Hey y'all, bad angle, who cares? I'm gonna do this video because I need you guys to understand something. If you've been watching me on social media, you see that I had a lot of stuff going on in the last quarter, and I'm not gonna get into it right now. But I want to speak to those who specifically, like me, were dealing with fear. Maybe you're still dealing with fear. Maybe you still have this anxiety, this intense anxiety, this feeling in your chest and in your stomach and in your body whenever something not so good is shared with you. It keeps you up at night. It causes you to not make decisions you know that you should be making, or it causes you to sit back and hold back on doing things you know you need to do to get healed. I'm speaking to you from my own personal experience. I just came out of another doctor's appointment. And you all may be thinking, well, gosh, if you're healed, why you got to keep going to these doctor's appointments? Well, because the enemy doesn't stop messing with a person when they're healed. He messes with you even more. So having some symptoms or whatever, and I go to this doctor and he's telling me all these things, the possibility that I could be, and he mentions the word cancer, and immediately I'm like, bro, no. It's not that. And I knew immediately that was the enemy trying to get me to be scared. Because I had to fight that demon of fear, that last surgery I had. And I can't even get into it now. But anyways, he goes on and he talks about, blah, 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 surgery. And I'm like, you know what? I'm praying that there's not any more surgeries. I've had 2 very serious surgeries in the last year, and he asked me to explain what they were. If you didn't know what they were, the first one was an emergency surgery. And I'm gonna be just blunt and put it out there. I had a ruptured colon. As much as I try to eat healthy and do the right thing, at diverticulitis, my colon ruptured. I stayed home for 2 weeks to try to endure the pain. I got to the emergency room, and he said if I had waited another few days, I would have went septic and I would have been dead right now, because there's nothing they would have been able to do. But this guy at this appointment today says, I'm glad you're here because a ruptured colon is a death sentence. A ruptured colon is a death sentence. You guys got to understand, the enemy right now is not just attacking me. He's attacking anybody who's truly a child of God. And there are going to be people who go past this video because I start talking about God, or it's a long video and you don't want to listen to it. But I pray for anybody who's actually listening to this. Stop playing with God. Stop playing with your salvation. Stop playing this thing. I had a death sentence on my life. And I'm sitting here breathing and talking to you right now. I should be dead and gone. It should have read October 4th, 1983 to July 8th, 2020. I should be dead and gone, but God's blood is the reason I'm here. It's not medical. It's not any supplements that I'm taking. It's not, because I'm just healthy. The reason why I'm still here right now is because of the fact that God saw fit to send his only son on the cross to die for me, to shed his blood for the only ultimate sacrifice, to cleanse me of all my sin and put me to a right relationship with him so I could receive his mercy and his grace that decided to keep me alive. Stop playing, y'all. I had a death sentence on my life, and some of you have death sentences on your life. Some of you right now are allowing fear and anxiety and depression and everything else to come in your spirit and attack you from doing what you know you're supposed to be doing right now. Stop playing. Stop playing. It's not about the clout. It's not about your clothing line. It's not about your music. It's not about your fans. It's not about a house. It's not about the cars. It's not about who knows your name. It's not about any of that. Stop playing. I had a death sentence on my life. That's twice from 2 medical professionals That said, I'm glad that you're still here. Because a ruptured colon is a death sentence. Stop playing with God. Get in his face. Get personal with God. All this stuff going on in the country right now, it's not going to stop. You can pray as much as you want to. It's going to get worse because of the fact that you're in the belly of the beast. You're in this sinful place. It's supposed to be like this. It's not supposed to be peaceful. It's not supposed to be easy for us Christians. If it was easy, we wouldn't need Jesus to go die on the cross. It's supposed to be difficult so that he can really see where our faith is. Stop playing with God. Like, come on. If you're a Christian, stop acting like you don't have issues. Stop acting like you're perfect. I'm not perfect. You catch me when I'm upset and watch some of the words that come out of my mouth. It's ugly. Why? Because I'm a human born into sin. But it's only because of God's grace that anything good comes out of me. But I had a death sentence on my life, and some of y'all don't understand. There's only been like 5-6 months. Yeah, physically I may look like I'm good, but you don't understand what's happening in the spiritual realm. Stop playing with God, for real. Some of you may not want to follow me anymore, not want to talk to me anymore, because you see now that I'm a teacher and I'm saying all this stuff, but y'all need to stop playing. If you mess up, you mess up. If you screw up, you screw up. We all do that every single day. We all do that every single day, me included. I'm not perfect. What I put on social media is not even half of what my life is really like. I don't get it right 95% of the time, but it's only because of God's grace and his son's blood shed that I'm here. Like, literally the blood of Jesus. That hit me like something heavy. A ruptured colon is a death sentence. I had a death sentence on my life, and I'm still here. And y'all wonder why I'm not reaching out and hanging out and doing this and doing that. I gotta get myself right, because God is coming back, y'all. He's not playing. Stop playing with God. Come on.